Yo, it's Guido coming back at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. It is me on this episode, Tier 10, in a 357 top tier in my IS-4 Russian heavy tank. A tank I had less than 100 battles on. This is another of my 100 battle challenge, and I really like this tank quite a bit for a heavy. Had a rough time, a really rough time playing the JPZ and especially the FV 215 Death Star TD thing. That was just rough, but I found myself really liking the heavy. And look at the meta. The meta right now, and there's no surprise that I liked playing the Tier 10 heavy Vice, the big FV thing. You know, the FV thing can be fun when you destroy somebody in one shot, but man, does it really suffer if you get any kind of active gameplay. But the game is really all TDs and heavies and armor at this point. So many fewer mediums being played. But in a 357 top tier and a tier 10, you're going to probably have a pretty good day. I talk a lot about key terrain. And this map in particular, this mode on defense, is one of the better examples. If you can take this hill and stuff them, and on the other side where the E100 won, stuff them on that hill, they're going to have a very hard time winning on the assault. A very hard time winning. So right now we're looking good. I'm not too worried about those guys. I'm going to come around this way and see if I can't find somebody, get a shot in someone's side. I don't want to go too far along here or get spotted. There are decent sized TDs that can hit me, but also the artillery starts dropping in on the Patton and the STA-2. So there are just three of us. And what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to be a bully scout. I got an FV behind me. I've got a Scorpion and some artillery. These guys are pushing in, and I'm just going to use this armor and hit points for the IS-4 and be just a bully scout. Come in here and just bully these guys. That was never going to pen. Unfortunately, that's a heat shell into the side with tracks and lots of angle. And the mouse loses his mind and just decides to charge in. And I thought, well, this is going to be a bummer. So I get a shot on him, but he just gets absolutely hammered by my buddies down there. I'm going to accept shots from the guys in front of me in order to get rid of this dude. And just as I'm about to kill this dude, oh, missed. I get hit from several directions, and finally the STA-2 gets out of my way, and I'm able to survive that, slowly getting my turret back forward because I'm stunned. So the JT bounced, the mouse hit me, the artillery got me, but it looks like he only did critical damage and the stun. So now we're just being a bully here. I've got heat select. I'm trying to get into the side of that turret. It's going to be a difficult shot unless I get exactly where I want to be onto that cheek. Still a very thick area and a lot of rounded. And I try to screw around with this guy's. Oh, ouch, that hurt. Try and get into the hatch. The 40-43 has shots on me, so I really need to kind of move up a little bit here, so I can avoid getting shot, but I also want to avoid being shot by these guys. I've got, what, 3 tanks up here, maybe 4. How many I got up here? 3. Got the ISM, T-32, T-10. Something else. Looks like there's one other thing up here. Didn't realize that. He shows me a little bit of his lower hull and I sneak one in there. Now the T-10 decides he's just going to come at me, so I'll try to stuff him. ISM, get them both tracked. I'll just accept a shot on the side of the ISM. Down goes the T-10. I'll move up. Push into the ISM. Now the reason I keep pushing him upwards is I don't want him let him have that really nice high angle as he's backing up the hill, straight down into my plate right here, which would just flat plate it. So I had to push him up to keep up the angle of my armor a better angle for him, even though I was sort of asking for it from the T-32. But it ends up my friends get him. So 2,700. Now I've got a Lorraine behind me. He's shooting at me. But guess what? I'm the one spotting him. He's trying to make a runner, and down he goes. So I get the spotting damage off that guy. And like I said at the beginning, it's a bully scout kind of situation. I'm not scouting per se. It's not like I'm hiding in a bush or I'm using active scouting. I'm just keeping them lit where I've got lots of friends. I accept a really bad shot right there. Should have kept coming around, squared up to him, and taken him down. Problem with that is it gives the artillery more time to reload and potentially shoot me. So I really need to get rid of this guy, and I'm going to accept that he may pen me right here. I'm just going to come in and try to get rid of him. Bit of a low roll, but I don't think I would have killed him anyway. So we'll just push up here, see if I can ram him, maybe track him a little bit. keep him from getting a shot or a good shot, and we'll take that guy down. AMX-30, looks like the Scorpion has taken the advantage and has moved up. Notice what the Patton did. The Patton just ran off. He's like, I'm not sticking around here. Take a while investigating this. I've been hit by the artillery again. Finally goes away. Let's see if we can get a shot into the JT. There's a little more damage. And now it's just clean up on aisle 2. We'll move in here. I'm using the draw range. I should have stopped and taken a shot on him, but it looks like I figured he was going to die that fast. Using a bit of the draw range and outside of their possible spotting. This guy's behind a rock. I was really hoping he would back up enough, but I don't think he ends up doing it. They're almost dead. The 705 is being cleaned up on the top in the northeast. Looks like the E-100 survived the battle and did a pretty good job over there. JT is being lit by the T-69, rocking back and forth. I'm just hoping I can get one more shot in here. I don't think I do, actually. He's going to end up dying here. Keep pushing in, pushing in. Yeah, he goes down without me doing anything. The thing about this is when you win one of those two hills, either in the southwest or up in the northeast, you've got to assess what's going on. If the other side has lost, then go back. It's pretty easy, it really is. If the other side has won, then consider whether there's a middle push or if you're really thin, and it's possible if they do somehow sneak through, they'll cap. But in a situation like this one, pushing around the back and killing the stuff that's in the back. It's all mostly dead right now. But let's say they had 3 or 4 tanks back here. It would have been fine in this case to go ahead and push around the corner because they're probably not going to come back and they're in no danger of jumping on the cap and taking it out. And obviously, especially in the case of the 3 tanks they had or whatever, just end up killing those guys. And there he goes. So 2,694, 3,624 assist damage. Kind of a bully scout, just being able to get up front, keep them lit. You got all the snipers in the back. The way you win this map on defense is by offense, in that you take those 2 hills or you deny the use of those 2 hills for as long as possible and let those guys that are going to camp in the back, because there's always some back there, take as many shots on those guys as they can. There's only 10 minutes. They have to push you at some point. So the IS-4, the IS-7, they're great tanks for doing that kind of thing, just getting up there and using their armor, dishing out the pain when they can and absorbing what they can and keeping those dudes all lit up there. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it. And as always, I appreciate your support of the channel. Keep it coming, and we will see you.